So I've already done this video but about books, and I feel like that might have eased me into it, but I am terrified of how this one's gonna go. Hi everyone, my name's Chloe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is going to be something that I've been having in my mind to do for a little while, and I don't know if I've just been putting off doing it, to be honest, because I'm a little bit scared of it. But basically, if you are new to my channel, I do a mixture of bookish and theatrical content, and I used to just do primarily bookish stuff, and then I realized that like I talk about theatre enough in my vlogs, I should probably just start doing like full videos on it. So that's what I've been doing this year, and the way that I've been doing that is kind of taking some of the videos that I normally do that are bookish related and making them theatre based. So I do things like wrap-ups at the end of every month, sort of going through all the shows that I've been to see. I do like anticipated shows that are coming up, things like that. But one of the things that I want to do is start taking some of the book tags that I do and make them theatre based. So instead of answering the questions with books, I'm going to answer the questions with theatre shows. This particular one, I said in the last video, and I still haven't looked it up, but if I do find the original creator, I will link them down below. But the video I'm inspired by is by Jem from Bookish Gems, and it was originally taking books and choosing which one you would reread, rewrite and burn. She did it using only her favourite books, and I've already done that version of the video. It went up a couple of days ago. I will link it down below. But in this video, I am going to take some of my favourite musicals, and I'm going to draw 3 at a time, and I'm going to pick which one I would rewatch, which one I would rewrite, and which one I would say there will never be another production of, and I will never ever be able to see it again. And it was hard enough with books, but I feel like with musicals it's going to be very difficult, particularly if I'm saying that I can't even listen to it again, because like which one of these would I never want to hear the music from again? It's terrifying, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So in this little cup I have got 18 of my favourite musicals, 18 because I need a multiple of 3 and I could not narrow it down to 15, but we're going to pick them at random and we're going to pick which one. I'm going to pick which one we're gonna have to get rid of. Like I feel like the rewrite is easier because I can just change like a couple of little things, but the not listening to, I'm terrified. Okay, so the first one we've got is Bonnie and Clyde, which I literally saw this last weekend. The next one we have, okay, Little Shop of Horrors, and then the last one, okay, The Last 5 Years. I already like don't want to get rid of any of these. Right, so just to tell you where I'm at. So The Last 5 Years is not getting burned because The Last 5 Years is like literally in my like top 10 musicals of all time. I believe I did a list actually last year that was my top 10 musicals of all time, and I believe both of these were honourable mentions, the Bonnie and Clyde and Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop of Horrors I absolutely adore. Like I've grown up watching the film so much, and I think that's what's like I'm worried with this is like if I could never ever watch the film again, I think I would be very, very sad, which is leading me to believe that I'm gonna have to get rid of Bonnie and Clyde. But that seems ridiculous because like I'm literally going to see it 2 more times this year. I'm like, could I actually say that I would never listen to it again? But then again, like as much as I enjoy listening to this cast recording, there aren't particularly songs that I listen to separate from it that I like just choose to put on randomly, just that one song. Whereas with Little Shop of Horrors, there definitely is. Like I will just randomly put on Somewhere That's Green every so often. I will randomly put on Suddenly Seymour. And like I said, I love this film so much. So I can't get rid of this one. So yeah, the one that I would never ever be able to listen to again is Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, that's difficult. I'm really glad that this video isn't actually like holding me to this, because like I said, I have tickets booked for that. I would like to see it again. I'm going in like 3 weeks and then I'm going again in May, and I would very much like to see it again. So out of The Last 5 Years and Little Shop of Horrors, I do know which one I would rewrite. So I'm going to choose to rewatch The Last 5 Years because I love that show so much. There are things that you could very easily change about this, but I love this, and I love the setup of it and how it works with the 2 timelines, and just like it's so good, and I wouldn't want to change things about it. Like as much as there are moments I would like to just inflict pain on some of the characters in that musical, I don't want to mess with it. It's too good. Little Shop of Horrors. The reason I'm picking this is that there are actually multiple endings to this musical already. So if you watch the film, there is one ending, but if you watch the stage show, it's a very different ending. And I mean, I like them both, but I feel like technically I could use my rewrite to swap one of them, whether it's the stage show or the film. And also, like, yeah, there are just like a couple of tweaks you could make, like maybe give some people like extra songs. Like, I would happily listen to Audrey belt another song out. Like, there are definitely some songs in the stage show that don't necessarily need to be there, like ones that didn't make the film, for example. So I think there are tweaks that I could make for this. Like, overall it's fantastic, but there are definitely like little tweaks I could make. So we are going to rewatch the last 5 years, rewrite Little Shop of Horrors, and sadly never ever listen to Bonnie and Clyde again. That was painful. This is going to get worse. I know it is. I know for a fact I'm going to end up with like my top 3 musicals of all time all coming up at once. It's just bound to happen, isn't it? Oh, and speaking of, so we have Rent. Okay. I'm terrified. We have Hadestown. I feel like no matter what I say about this one, Meg's going to get mad at me. Oh, please, please, please don't come up against, like... Okay, I can cope with this. So we have Heathers. Okay, so, right. Some of my friends are going to get mad at me because I've got my favourite musical of all time, which is Rent. I've got my friend's favourite musical of all time, which is Hadestown. And then I know a large portion of my friends really, really love Heathers. And I'm just going to get it out of the way. I love Heathers, I do. I've seen it multiple times. I had a great time with it. I could probably go without seeing it again if I had to, because, like, we all know I'm not going to, like, never watch Rent again. And Hadestown, like, it's a newer one that I've, like, started to really love, and obviously I've seen it recently. But it was so good. It was so good, and I don't want the thought of not being able to see this one again. I feel like not being able to see this one again would be more upsetting than not seeing Heathers again, considering that, like, Heathers, for me, I really, really loved it when I first saw it, and then since then I still enjoy it, but, like, my love for it is kind of like, it's more like a nostalgic love for it, whereas, like, I'm still very, very much in my Hadestown phase, and I will never not be in my Rent phase. So we're gonna never see or listen to Heathers again, which is sad, because, like, I would very much like to listen to the cast recording with Jamie Moscato on it on repeat, but there are other ways that I could listen to him saying thanks, so it's fine. So this is fairly easy. I'm going to rewatch Rent. I'm always going to rewatch Rent. I'm going to rewrite Hadestown, and what I'm going to do is that basically every time you listen to or watch Hadestown, you hope that it's going to end up differently that time. You hope that just this time round something's magically going to change, and in my version it will. It's not going to be a sad song. It's going to be a happy one. We're going to change that ending. I mean, I feel like it'll lose the impact, but I just want to give them, but I just want to give them that moment just once. We can go back to the original version afterwards, but we're going to give them the happiness that they deserve. It's going to happen. Right, that was easier than I thought. Let's pick the next one. I'm asking for trouble here. We've got Wicked. Phantom of the Opera. Okay. I'm every time, like, some of my friends' favourites come up, I get terrified. Because, again, Phantom is not necessarily, like, my all-time favourite, but it is one of my friends. Okay. We've got one of my favourites, though. We've got Funny Girl. Again, people are going to get mad at me. Because it's the fact that I can really easily make this choice as well. And again, it's the fact that I've seen this one recently and I'm probably going to see it again soon. But I've seen this show like nearly 10 times now. And like, I could, maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough times to see Wicked. Like, I love it. I do love it. But like, it's not like, but it's like, it's not anything new and exciting for me every time I see it now. So, like, as much as I had a great time seeing it, I've seen some really great performers in it. I don't feel like there's anything that's going to, like, really new and amazing that's going to happen with it. Like, I don't feel like anyone's going to do, like, a really new version of it that's going to make me want to see it. Like, going to make me that mad that I won't see it again. So I'm going to say Wicked as the one that I would not see or listen to again, which is sad. But I'll survive. I am going to possibly go a different way than you may think for this, because you may think, Funny Girl being my favourite, that I would just rewatch this and that I would rewrite Phantom, but I am not going to do that. I'm going to rewatch Phantom. I love Phantom. Like I said, it's not necessarily like in my top 10 musicals of all time, but I do really love it, and I think I'm not going to rewrite it because I feel like that's just asking for trouble. I feel like that's going into like Love Never Dies territory, and we don't need to do that. But Funny Girl has the capacity to be rewritten because it is based on a real story, and Fanny Bryce sang many different songs when she was working in the Ziegfeld Follies, and some of those songs are in a mixture of the film and the stage show. Some of them are in the film and not in the stage show, and vice versa. Some of them are in the stage show, not in the film. And again, as I said with, I think it was Little Shop of Horrors, I could do like an amalgamation where I just kind of put them all together. So I would like, My Man, like, I understand why it's not been put in the stage show, and I understand that the original version of that song is like questionable. The version that Barbra Streisand sings in the film, fantastic. Let's put that in the stage show. But then like maybe let's take some of the songs from the stage show, like Cornet Man, I don't think that's in the film, and like, but then also there's some like that are in the stage show that aren't in the film, and I would just, yeah, let's just like mix it all up a little bit more and sort of make one mega Funny Girl musical. I think that's how we're going to do it. So we are going to rewatch Phantom, rewrite Funny Girl, and then sadly never ever watch or listen to Wicked again. Okay, we're still avoiding like some of my other favourites for now. So we've got Moulin Rouge. Okay. Ooh, I'm really terrified. Singing in the Rain. Okay. We're really gonna go for it here, aren't we? We're gonna get like, yep. Okay. In the Heights. Okay. Right. What do I even do? Like, these are literally all in my top 10. I mean, 2 of them are in my top 5. So again, I feel like, right. I love In the Heights. I love it so much. I have seen a very good production of it, and I've managed to survive for a while without seeing a production of it because it's not been back on since 2016, I think it was, when I went to see it, and I've survived a while without seeing it. And I honestly don't think I could survive without like Singing in the Rain, purely the film. Like, I could survive without the stage show Singing in the Rain, but I couldn't survive without the film because I love that film so much, and it's like such like a staple part of my life. Like, I watch it every Christmas when it's on TV, and and it's one of my mum's favourites as well, and I just feel like I can't not have the Singing in the Rain film in my life. Whereas In the Heights, like I said, I've seen the stage show. I loved the stage show. I enjoyed the film. Like, there were definitely issues with it, but I enjoyed the film enough. But again, I had a good experience when I saw it, and I can just keep the memories of that instead. I love that this is what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep the memories of it. It's fine. So, right, part of me wants to say that I would rewrite Moulin Rouge just to add like a little bit more drama to the ending, because I love the ending of the film, and I feel like we could take a little bit more of the drama from the film and put it in the stage show. But then I saw it in New York, and whilst yes, the drama is still very toned down in the stage show, like, it also, I think, is very dependent on the performance, because like the heartbreak on Aaron Tveit's face when we got to like the end scene, like, just made me think, oh no, actually I love how this made me think, actually I love how this ending works for the stage, and I understand why it's been done like this. And yeah, like, I think particularly now, having seen it in New York and really loving that version of it, like, because that cast was so phenomenal, and they really sort of showed me like the fully like fleshed version of this, because I obviously, while I've loved Moulin Rouge for a while, you've heard me talk about it if you've watched this channel before at all, it really was seeing it like in New York with that cast that I loved so much that made me go, oh, actually I adore this show so much. Like, it really cemented the obsession. So I think I wouldn't want to rewrite it because I wouldn't want to change anything about that experience. Singing in the Rain I could rewrite because it's a little bit clunky in places because it was like a musical that was made up of songs that were like left over from other things. Like we could definitely we could cut down like a little bit of the like the Broadway, what's it called, the bit in the middle where he's like dreaming of what the film could be. Like we could cut that down a little bit. Maybe there are things we could change. We could also maybe just add some more songs in, because I feel like the film could definitely hold more songs in it. So yeah, we're gonna rewatch Moulin Rouge. We are actually gonna rewatch Moulin Rouge. I already have another ticket booked. We're gonna rewrite Singing in the Rain, and sadly never ever listen to or watch In the Heights again. Okay, we've got Moulin Rouge out of the way, so this makes it slightly less terrifying now. Oh no, actually no, because Les Mis is still in here. I was like, we've got Moulin Rouge, we've got Rent out of the way, it makes it easier. No, because I live in panic of, why do I keep doing this to myself? Les Mis. Okay, there's one thing that this could come up against that would make it difficult, potentially. It's not come up yet, so we've got Newsies. Okay, it didn't come up against it, so we're okay. So we have Company. Can I cheat my way around this? So obviously we're not going to say that we're not going to rewatch Les Mis, because that would go against my whole personality. I've seen it 25 times on stage and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So Newsies or Company is one of the ones that I can never listen to or rewatch again. This is difficult because I love Newsies. I do love Newsies. But Company is my favourite Sondheim musical. But also, it's a similar thing as what I said before, whereas if I'm listening to individual songs from something, I'm more likely to listen to Newsies than I am from Company. But also, would I want to never be able to listen to Ladies Who Lunch or Being Alive again? Like, oh, it's so difficult. Again, people are going to hate me. I think I'd have to say that I'd never listen to Newsies again. Like, I love Newsies so much. I really, really enjoyed it. But I've seen it a few times now, and I very, very much enjoyed it. It will break my heart that I wouldn't be able to watch the pro shot. But, like, Company is just, I love it so, so much. And yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to, like, say Company for the one that I rewrite. And when I say rewrite it, we're just going to, it's already been rewritten, so I don't need to do anything, because we're just going to go with the gender switched version that already exists. But it's different from the original version. And Les Mis, I'm just going to rewatch, because obviously, I mean, I could have rewritten Les Mis and just, like, not made everyone die, but that's part of the, like, thing of it, is that it's sad. It's fine. I'm going to move on quickly before I change that decision. Right, so we have the last three, which is Waitress. This is the one I was worried was going to come up against Les Mis. Oh, just realised what these three are though. I've got Waitress, I've got Spring Awakening, I've got Next to Normal, which is like my comfort musical, and then the two musicals that I'm obsessed with and have not been able to see on stage. I don't know what to do. I can't do it. Like, I can't say that I wouldn't see Waitress again. Like, it breaks my heart that I don't have a chance to see it again at the minute. I may have to say, and this hurts my soul, I may have to say that I wouldn't listen to or watch Spring Awakening, because I haven't been able to watch it yet anyway, and I've managed to survive to this point, so maybe I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna have to cut ties with it. I feel like that's the only way it's gonna work. That's sad. Which means that I'm actually going to rewatch Next to Normal, but I'm just gonna watch it for the first time. And I'm going to rewrite Waitress, because as much as I love Waitress and I love the ending of Waitress, I would like to, like, just change one thing, and just one little, like, maybe romance that happens. Like, I love it, it's perfect, but also I would just like to see it a little bit different just once. But this one's hurt me. Like, I've just said that I will never see the musical that is the one musical that is my favourite that I've not seen on stage, and I'm desperate to see it, and I've just said I'll never see it again. Why? How did I do that? I'm having a break. I'm having an existential crisis. I'm gonna go. This was a difficult video, but yeah, it happened. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below. Let me know if you have any choices on what I decided in this, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye.